Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I'm going to start off my exhibition of mostly 18 by 24 inch paintings with this next month's drawing prizes, which will be sometime in at the end of the second week, beginning of the third week of January, which is going to be a copy of my first book, Volume 1, Because I Can, and the calendar for the year while it's still viable. And then, because they're easier for me to ship, I am going to offer some smaller canvases, but I'm going to offer a bunch of them. So there's one, they're upside down, there's a landscape, beautiful shimmery landscape. I love this. I hope you don't take it if you win. This is a garden scape. I hope you can see that. There's some really nice pastel quality to that. It's just gorgeous. And one of the winterscapes. Also, I am adding two of these garden paintings, both of which I adore. But last month we did okay. I got some art supply money, and that kind of worked out well for me. So I'm hoping to do it again, if you guys like what's there. I'm going to show you first an example of what I used to do. Well, one of the things I used to do before I started pouring paint. My name is over here, and that's Abstract Expressionism. I don't know how I'm going to get all these paintings out of here, but we're going to start. These first year pours are still $1 a square inch, which, if you can see that, is $435. And they're not perfect. They got stuff in them, but they also had silicone and they were interesting. So I'm going to do these until I can't do them anymore. They have some gold, they have some shimmer, but not as much as the ones nowadays. This is a more recent one. This is a 20 by 24. There are a couple of these. If you see a painting that you're interested in, my email address is below the video, and that means that if you have an interest in a painting, let me know the time you saw it in the video, and I will, for certain, get back to you. You just email me. I love this. This was a swipe. It's got some crazing. Obviously, I was probably still using Elmer's glue all in my mix and or water, and it wasn't a great thing. And this, even though it had some paint turned brown, I love this. The cell quality was awesome, and it feels like it has maybe a spray coating of something. Now, I've got a huge stack next to me, and I'm going to have to take these and put them somewhere else, unfortunately, in the sun. So let's hope that this is going to work out. This is a little more subtle than some. I like the colors a lot. It has some really nice, beautiful cells, and it has some less subtle cells. And that's a first year piece, and this is a first year piece with beautiful cells also. And I'm sure you can pause the video anytime you want. This reminds me of comic book colors, and it has quite a bit of texture, but the bit of crazing cracked through to another color layer, so it's still pretty cool. And this was, obviously, I call these sweeps when they go from corner to corner, and that has a gloss finish while I was experimenting with finishes. And I actually do like the gloss finish on this, even though I don't necessarily do that anymore and I don't care for it much. I'm going to put these away while you stare at that for a minute. And I'll be right back. I love, love, love this painting. Love it. It's one of my all-time favorites. No matter what I do, it does not get better than this, because look at those cells. The negative space is gorgeous. It's just a tremendous, beautiful piece of work. Now, I have something that's very recent, and that's a party on canvas. And then I have a series of stripy things and blocky things and geometric things. And I'm just going to keep moving because there's over 70 paintings in this bunch. And they're not necessarily in any kind of order. This is not first year stuff anymore. This is more recent. This might be last year, but it's probably also pretty current. I just had a video of this, so that's extremely current. And I'm just going to leave that beautiful painting up at the bottom. So you have something to look at while I come over and get rid of some of these right now. So I'm doing the best that I can without any help again, but he did offer. He's just busy doing something else. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh gosh, I want to leave that right there. This is recent and gorgeous, and I love it, and I hope nobody falls in love with it as much as I do, because then I'll have to sell it. This is another, this is a black and white. This has the matte canvas background and the shiny foreground. Well, it has the shiny black paint where the where my mixture goes in. This is recent too. This is awesome. It has color shifting turquoise in it. This is something I need to do this again. I love the shovel and scoop fantasy pieces. It's Alice's Wonderland caterpillar over here in some kind of alien form, but it's still cool. This is one of the geometrics, one of the few I ever did on an 18 by 24 inch. This is first year again, so that means it's 435, and that has amazing cells in it. And we're back to that again. Okay, well this is going better than I thought. And as long as you've got that to stare at, I guess we're okay. Hopefully we get through all these. Now I was brand new at pouring when I did these. I love the colors in here and I love the cells, but it's obvious I used silicone. I don't feel any of it. There's a little tiny bit of texture here and there before I knew enough to, you know, take care of everything. When I put it in the sun, I look at it when it's wet and I find things, which reminds me I still got to find my tweezers. So this is way cool. I don't know how it's going to read on camera, but it's got beautiful colors, pastel mixed with brighter ones and lots of little cells and all kinds of patterns. It's just gorgeous. This is first year, but amazing, truly. I love the composition of this. I love the negative space. I love the patterns. I love the colors. I love everything about it. This got a coating of gloss varnish, and it's pretty spectacular. I wouldn't probably be trying to do this again now, but I'm not unhappy I did this at all, because this is actually gorgeous. I think this would suit anybody who liked it. This is another example of something that is unexpected and with lots of cells that was probably had silicone in the original mix. And I love the dramatic change from one side to the other. So this has a lot more gold than most of the others and fabulous colors, and I love the patterns, and it's also first year. We're back there again. Okay, well I'm just going to keep leaving that there for you because it's too pretty to worry about. And I'll be sorting paintings out for the rest of the afternoon, putting them back on my walls. Here comes another stack. That was one of the original chain and or bead pulls. And I love the wispiness of that. Like, it feels like it has, like there's energy in there, like there's movement in there, and it's pretty cool. I just really like that. I'm gonna have to make a new stack and hope it doesn't dump over behind me. I think that this is not first year, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Yeah, that's 2018. So I was beginning to experiment with things a little bit. You can see some marks from either a basting brush or a skewer probably. And I was just still tilting without too many tools. This was a chain pull for sure, and I love the drama in this. This is just vibrant and dynamic and full of movement, and I'm pretty sure it's a redo over another painting, but that's okay because I love what shows through behind. It's multi-dimensional and it's great. As is this. This is a wow. Look at that. Wow, that's so cool. Look at that beautiful cobalt blue in there. And the pink mixed and the magenta mixed with that orange, just gorgeous. And the gold with a little bit of black and all those cells, just delicious. And this is very recent. I love this piece. Ha! And this is 2019 for sure. So, oh, there's another geometric and a favorite of mine. For sure, for sure. I do love that geometric. Absolutely. There is a scooped on pour. I'm gonna be over here for a second. And I love the negative space in these. It looks like it could use to be dusted a little bit. And I could probably fix that if somebody's interested. And I won't sell it unless I fix it right. But I still love it. And it probably shouldn't have gone into a stack of paintings without a spray finish. I do spray finish things by request. And I do make sure they're in perfect condition before they leave me. And I'm going to put that away. So make sure if you just tuned in that you make note of the time. If you have an interest in making a purchase. I gotta move a box. Oh, a big box. And here is an example of what happens when you Rain-X. It makes all these instant beautiful cells just sprayed over the painting. So should you be interested and curious to what to do with Rain-X, I have never tried to finish one of these. People keep asking me and I don't tell them. I kind of want to knock that little mark out because it looks like some creepy creature staring at me, and this one over here too with the teeth. But some people like creepy. This is an example of, I guess, what not to do. So really I need to go in here with some black gesso and take the scratches off the canvas. I should have given this a spray finish, and I think I've learned a lesson now about that. Let's move on to one of the first. It has a lot of things. It has skewering, it has bead pulls, it has probably chain pulls, and it just looks like an underwater tropical garden to me. Ooh, here's a first year wow. Have some swiping. Right before I was experimenting with wavy swipes in lots of directions. This is what silicone will do for you if you're willing to suffer the consequences, which is to clean the silicone off of the painting. You can't use water in your paint if you use silicone, because then the acrylic paint is not waterproof to wash it off, and you have to wash it off with soap and water under running water to get it off, in my opinion. I know other people do it with cornstarch or baby powder or something like that, and maybe that works for them, but it never worked very well for me. So this is, I think, part of a 3-part video that's coming up soon in volume 2 of the book, Unlimited Possibilities. And I'm hoping that the camera is what's the word I'm looking for? Is self-adjusting. How about that? That'll work. So this is gorgeous. I love this. I love the negative space on this. This has some shimmery quality to the colors. I'm going to put some paintings up beside us while you stare at that for a minute. And we're doing pretty good as far as getting through these goes. And I'm happy about that. So I'm going to let you stare at that again. And I am back with another stack. And I love this, and it doesn't look like it's suffered much in the way of consequences, although now that I look. So damp rag, I think, will take off most of that, and then it just gets a spray finish, and that will never happen again. But this is a gorgeous piece. I love this piece. It's practically musical. And this one is pretty cool too. Lots of movement in there. I'm going to take those two away. That's a dustpan pour. I think I'll be taking some time to fix my black matte backgrounds. This one didn't suffer any damage at all on the matte black background, but it still needs a quick coat of semi-gloss finish. I can't coat them in matte because it takes all of the shimmer out of the metallics. This is a river scene at night. Waves on the river, very, very windy, and a sunset sky with, night falling. So I'll get those out of there. Back to my favorites, which I really and truly can't believe I still have. And I'm going to bring these over. Hey, Crystal! This is the painting you fell in love with earlier today, which will be any day by now. But this painting was supposed to get sold to somebody in Spain, and they traveled too much, and it was really hard to coordinate with them, so it stayed with me, unfortunately. But it's still here. Should you happen to be watching, I'm ready to send it to you. It's very expensive to send artwork overseas. Which reminds me, if there are any Canadians entering the drawing, if you pay the shipping on any of the artwork, I'm happy to ship it to you, and you are also eligible for the book or the calendar without shipping. I will ship those to you on my dime. So I'm going to move this out of the way too. That's pretty cool. It's a little Nightmare Before Christmas-ish. I don't know why, but I like it anyway because I like that kind of stuff. It's a little macabre, but so am I. This is gorgeous. I love this. And same thing with the black background. I need to take a damp cloth to that and give it a spray finish, which is, a 24-hour delay for anybody. And I promise never to send anything without first making sure it's in tip-top shape. I had a mistake and sent somebody something that wasn't perfect, and I will regret it forever, and hopefully it's not an issue anymore. But it's not an issue for me because I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen. So let's move on. I'm going to have to consolidate some of my stuff over here for a minute. we go. That's better. So we're partway through our stack and I got 1 minute left and I'm not going to make it all the way through. So I'm just going to keep taking paintings off of here really fast because I've got 4 minutes. And so if I don't talk to you about them, you'll understand if I just keep moving paintings. And a lot of these can go either way, and I think that was upside down. This is right side up for you. Negative space, nice. Just going to keep moving paintings. You're going to have to pause in order to see anything. Dustpan pour. Really cool, really wild. Second to last stack. Maybe we can actually get this done. This is awesome. This is pretty awesome too. I love this landscape. Seascape, back Blue Bay, whatever it is. So, one more stack and we're actually get this puppy done. I don't know if I can turn that way for you, but I'll try. This is before pouring. This is done with a special brush you can buy at Michael's by just dipping that brush, the notch brush, in. I call this Gold and Silver Dragons or something similar. This is a beautiful swipe, beautiful curvy swipe. This is a lot of negative space. I hang this in my bedroom. I love this piece. And just 4 more to go, and then I will have a minute or two to give you a recap of the prizes in the drawing. I adore this painting. I hope it never sells. I want to keep it. But you can always talk to me. This was a long time ago. Whoop. So I should tell you guys, if you want to help me out, I could use all the help I can get. YouTube is definitely at diminished capacity for a lot of creators, including myself. And views are down, subscriptions are down. Where'd my prizes go? There we go. And if you want to be of assistance, you can always donate to get in the contest to win the prizes, $10 minimum, through PayPal or Patreon. You can find the icons on my channel header, and you can find the links underneath. Show more under the video. Under the video, on most videos, you can find the paint pouring recipe, but I don't think I'm going to include it under the under this particular one. But you can find Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram links. Instagram, when I'm painting, I post things fresh there, so you can see that. I'm hoping to do stories soon. We'll see how that works out. I'm a lot busy. We just finished editing volume 2 of my Fluid Acrylics pouring book. The first volume was Because I Can. The second one is Unlimited Possibilities. I am showing you what's available in this month's drawing that will happen. I don't know if you can see all of that, which will happen just after the end of the second week in January. So this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, asking you, please, if you can, watch the commercials. If you can't watch the commercials, leave me a comment. And giving me a thumbs up is a huge assistance. Sharing my videos is even more important. I'm almost at 85,000 subscribers, but it used to be 100 a day, and now it's 6 every few days. So I love you guys. Check my community board for tomorrow's video the night before. You cannot watch the video until the time, and the time is 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I love you guys. Thank you guys for keeping my morale up and staying loyal like you do. And I love your comments, and I really, really, really appreciate how enthusiastically you supported last month's drawing, because it made being able to stock my canvases before the January disaster, the January YouTube apocalypse, which is supposed to reduce all creators' income by about 80% if rumor is correct. And that's not a good thing. That'll make it hard to be here. So you guys make me want to be here. I want to be here. I'm going to keep creating until I run out of art supplies, and probably work on some other ways of making a living. And I love you guys. Hang in there. Thank you for being there for me. I appreciate you so much. Bye for now. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, saying thank you for joining me. I hope you join me again tomorrow. I post every day, at least for now. Bye. Priscilla out.